allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rooth?
Here.
Schroeder?
Here.
Larry Stone?
Here.
Brian Anseeuw?
Here.
Donald Bell?
Here.
Gregg?
Here.
Tom Haines?
Here.
George Howard?
Present.
Jeff McWhorter?
Here.
Ted Pappas?
Here.
All present. Before we get started, I'd like to remind the general public that there's no food and drink allowed during the board meetings. And also for everybody's silence to turn off their cell phones, please. We would like that not have any, unless it's for medical emergencies or on call. Good, that good, Brian? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to present the March 4th Mercer County board minutes for review. I'd like a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Second. Seconded. All in favor of okaying the March, any discussion?
I got a question.
Okay.
And I had a question because I had indicated at the time of the minutes that we had asked some questions, and I had asked for an executive session. I was told that that was illegal, and that was fine, and we backed away from that. I did ask that a motion, or that the item would be put on the April board agenda. And again, this is water underneath the dam, but it was mentioned in the minutes that the item would be placed on the board agenda. My concern is not, and let me preface it by saying I understand you set the agenda and the motion, hopefully with input from us, and you've always done that way. I had just simply asked Phyllis for clarification. And my problem was with you, Mr. McHugh, when you sent me an email that I'm still trying to figure out. You basically said, listening to the tape meeting and Megan Lee's recollection is that while the suggestion was made in discussion, it was never adopted, and later the whole issue was ruled out of order by the chair. Now, I just want to make sure that in the future, if I follow a proper process, to have something in a personnel matter put on the agenda, that just because Jeff doesn't agree with it, that he could say, no, I can't, you're not allowed to have something on the agenda. I just want to make sure that's not what you were saying in your email to me, because I'm very troubled if you're telling me that as a county board member, people who elected me, and if I have an issue that I want to talk about, and you're telling me that I may not be able to talk about it, if Jeff doesn't like what I'm going to say, he's going to say, no, it's not going to be on the agenda. I have a problem with that. So can you help me to understand? Can I put something on the agenda, or can I, if I ask for it?
I'd like to comment on that. I actually had written request twice
I know you
and
have.
brought them in here, and basically it was an oversight. You know,
And Dan,
and this may be what this is, I don't know.
Dan, all I asked from Phyllis was it was an oversight, and that would have been fine, and I would have been satisfied. But to get an email from Mr. McHugh that said it wasn't an oversight, that there was some type of issue here, I just want to make sure that in the future, Jeff, that if I say I'd like to put something on the agenda, and you may not agree with it, and there's times we don't always agree, but we agree about more than we disagree. I just want to make sure that I'm not being told, or other county board members, that we can't ask for an executive session and follow proper due course. So, Mr. McHugh, I asked that question.
Jeff McWhorter was elected, forwarded by you people, chairman. And you can ask for stuff to be put on the agenda, but Jeff would have the call, and if you think it's improper, or it's already been dealt with, then he can say no. And then you would probably have to, override that and have a vote of the board saying, no matter what, it's going on the agenda.
So what you're saying is that if I request, it's a number I don't know.
Well,
I'll let bring through here.
I'm sure it can wait.
So, we'll print them out. There we go.
Thank you.
So you're saying that in essence, my free speech is limited if this reporter says he doesn't want something on the agenda?
You can have complete free speech, but that doesn't get everything on the agenda. It doesn't allow people to slander your speech.
This wasn't an issue of slander, it's an issue of, I'm talking about future. If I say I'd like to have an issue to be discussed in executive session, and do I have that, am I denied that right?
You have the absolutely right to ask, and I think 99% of the stuff here, people agree on that. At that point, the
Thank you.
chairman said no. So you can ask, if he says no, then it's probably not gonna get on until you elect another board chair.
Thank you. I have no other questions.
You got another one?
No?
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion, any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the board minutes for March 4th, 2014? Aye? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Motion carried. Next, I'd like a motion to approve the special emergency meeting that was conducted on 3/15 of 14. Got a motion?
So moved.
Been moved
Second.
and seconded. Any discussion on March 15th meeting minutes? Seeing none, all in favor of the okaying the March 15th minutes? Aye?
Aye.
Same sign, opposed? Thank you. Carries. Okay, next we have the Mercer County Disaster